So I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I was born and raised here, an Atlanta native. A lot of people think that there aren't very many of us left here, but actually the people that grew up here, most of us actually stay. We're diluted by all the others that have that have moved to Atlanta, i.e. Dr. Amy Alderman. But there's actually quite a few of us here. Atlanta's a great place. My parents came probably 50, I'm not giving away my age, but I'll give away my sister's age, 56 years ago. And we've been here ever since.
Were you born here? Because that would help us with your age.
I was born here, but not 56 years ago. My parents came about 56 years ago, and they are originally from Cuba, and I definitely got my work ethic from them. They both came after being very successful, well-off families in Cuba, and they came here with nothing, and they built what they've built. And they raised 3 children that are hardworking kids. So that's kind of my background in that sense.
I grew up in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. If you don't know where that is, it's where there's a really great football team. I grew up with my mom, and she's an amazing woman. In fact, she's 70 and still does horse show jumping, and in fact just got grand champion at her show and beat a bunch of people our age, so she's really neat. And then my dad is a produce farmer in South Florida, and I'm very proud of him. You'll see him in Publix, just a little plug for Publix.
Plug for him.
Plug for him. Alderman Farms. And he grows organic tomatoes and a lot of herbs and things like that, so very proud of them. This is kind of where country girl meets city girl.
We had to teach country girl a few things when she came to the city.
Yeah, and we had to teach city girl a few things too, like how to ride a horse.
Well, that's true. How to ride a horse. And surprisingly, you took me skiing and you kicked my butt there too.
Pretty surprising that a girl from Alabama could like kick somebody's butt skiing.
Well, I am a Cuban girl. So one of the reasons you and I got to be good friends quickly, because even though we support each other in everything we do, we compete with each other, whether it's biking, tennis. We could just be shooting basketballs at a carnival.
Unfortunately, I've learned there's very few things I can beat you at.
Well, I don't know about that. Well, potentially at Lady Bouquet in the Buckhead shops, but you could just as easily find us at Uncle Julio's drinking a little bit of tequila.
Oh, I can beat that. I ran into some patients last Friday at Dave & Buster's doing video games with my kids.
There you go.
And Alpharetta. So
I'm past Dave & Buster's.
If you go Dave & Buster's to La Bouquet, depending on
the mood.
St. Bart's.
Paris, baby.
St. Bart's is like
amazing.
It's like Paris on an island.
Well, that's true. I mean, if you think of it that way. So French. Let's just say French. French. Somewhere French. Raw oysters, caviar.
I'm not as sophisticated. If you give me a Cuban sandwich, an authentic Cuban
sandwich. Oh, that's not bad. In Miami, eating a Cuban sandwich.
Yeah, with the mojito.
Yeah, that's
the best.
That's not a bad way to go.
Which is part French.
At Versailles. The name, anyway. Good point.
I love not water skiing, snow skiing.
Snow skiing, yeah.
Cycling. I love horseback riding. I wish I could do it more. Tennis, although I'm not that great anymore.
So what was your favorite as a youngster?
Tennis. Horseback riding.
As a youngster, I would say 2, soccer and basketball.
You're a little short for basketball.
You know what? I'm quick. Not even deceptively so. I'm just like downright quick. So, you got to catch me.
That brings me to, the first time we played tennis together and I ran for a ball and got it and then won the point, she goes, wow, you're deceptively quick. Like, how would you take that? I didn't take it very well.
I thought it was a compliment.
No, admit I looked slow and you were surprised I got to the ball.
Well, I was a little surprised. But you got
so what's your favorite sport now?
Favorite sport now, I think, would be, tennis and cycling. Chanel for me.
I like Balenciaga. It's got a little
Edge.
edge to it.
It does have an edge, yeah. Shoes, for me, Christian Louboutin. For Amy, Gucci.
I tried Christian Louboutin.
Her feet are too big
and
for
I
them.
put them on and didn't even stand up, and the woman was looking at me going,
That's not gonna
that's
work.
not gonna work. I was like in pain. So Gucci is my go-to for designer shoe.
Mhm.